Hello, guys. I've got a very weird issue right now. And that issue is that, one, I still need to take down the general election stream set. That could be a problem. Oh no, the tape's taken the paint with it. And two, my camera's in the wrong place. And for some reason I look orange, and I don't know why. Like, I know I was at the Formula 1 this weekend, but I don't actually look orange right now. Oh, it's taking so much more paint than I thought that was. Should we make this a paint stream? Is that what we should do? Make it a stream where I'm just painting this out. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Where's my settings button? Uh-oh. This is the downside of having like a camera that is too good for what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. It's great. Also, apologies for being late. Not ideal. See, how are we? Looks more like red to me. I am very slightly sunburnt, but I'm not like this colour sunburnt, you know? I've been Verstappen. That guy could be worse. He's good at what he does. I'm not. That's why I'm here. Definitely not orange, more baby and bathtub pink. I'll take it. It's fine. Paint. I might do paint. That could be fun. However, I don't know if I want to do painting when I've spent like 6 hours today traveling. So I set off this morning from, I think it was Coventry. Went to Leeds, which took a good while. That was fun. Let's move that camera out of the way because it's distracting me. From there, I went Leeds, train to Blackpool North, walked over to the in-laws' house and back, and yeah, it was quite fun. It was all very good. Long time no see. It's been 3 days. It's fine. You guys have a perfectly good surrounding area of Leeds United YouTube that are probably vastly better than me to get various bits of news from. I love that someone's put on one of my comments. It's Jay Racer, actually, who occasionally pops in. Enjoy, you may see some of the lead squad today. They're guests of Red Bull Racing. I was in the most general of general admission. I had a camping chair that I put on like a gravel embankment. I ain't seeing any of the lead squad from there. Verstappen to replace Melier. There's a joke here. I can't remember what it is, but we'll work it out. But the general gist of this stream is it's almost entirely unplanned because I've got no idea what has been happening over the past weekend. I have been cut out from the world of Leeds United, which puts me in a complicated position. It puts me in a position of I don't know what's cracked off. I don't know who we're signing. I don't know who we're not signing. I know the rumours that were happening before this weekend, but I'll be honest, in part, I've forgotten them. So I'm kind of reliant on you guys to let me know what's been cracking off. It would be massively appreciated. What would also be appreciated is you pop in, like, subscribe, all that shebang on the channel. That's always absolutely huge, and it helps to both like grow the channel a bit and at the same time raise a bit of money for charity. It's great. YouTube's been barren without you. It's not. Let's be honest. At most, I was doing a video and a stream a day. Leeds get promoted next season. Oh, thank you, Judge. Why is my... Oh, also, I may be variously confused and didn't mean to click that. What I've done is I've upgraded one of my monitors. It's real nice now. It's like actually 4K and stuff. So when I'm doing thumbnail editing and it's a case of like, does this image need to be on this pixel or this pixel, or is everything aligning properly? I can actually test it. Issue is this one good resolution, this one bad resolution. And if I move my mouse between the two, it just jumps about a bit, it gets lost. So that may take a little bit of while for me to properly adapt to. Blackpool, a guy I used to meet at concerts, introduced himself to strangers being from near Manchester. Lies. It's not near Manchester. Well, it's kind of near Manchester, but it's not like a suburb, is it? We sold Llorente for 2.8 million. This is the one bit I am aware of, because I hopped into a certain Mr. Wayneman's stream earlier today, just to sort of catch up on the basics. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like in the moment, it's what we should have done. Selling him, get him out. He doesn't want to play at Leeds. We don't want him at Leeds. Getting rid is the must here. But weirdly, it kind of crosses a borderline of what's next, you know? Like, it's an issue from the past, and we solved it as well as we can in the now, but now we need to be making like progressive steps forward for the future to sort of make sure that everything is going to work out going forwards rather than everything having worked out in the past. And it makes it a little bit more complex, I think. On this, most of the PSR loss on Llorente is written off over the last 4 years, I'd assume. Yes, I believe completely that there is no way on earth we would have sold Llorente if it weren't for the fact that we would have been like reasonable on PSR stuff. We wouldn't have sold Diego Llorente for a PSR loss, especially after we've just had to sell Archie Gray to make sure that we were making a PSR profit on the last year. There's no way we start ourselves disadvantaged when we don't need to. So I think that's sensible. I think it will have been a fee where we will have said, right, this is the bare minimum internally. Let's see what more we can get out of other clubs. If Betis offered lower than that, which they might have done, I heard that we rejected one of their offers, then that would have been a no, you'll offer at least this. And then that would have been great. Leeds want Halaki from Ipswich. Oh, really? Okay. Very weird considering we've just signed another. Well, we're apparently signing another goalkeeper, I think. Is it? I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Someone shout his name at me. Oh, where's it gone? General Just 49 is doing a solid job cleaning house. Most links fairly sensible at the moment. That's good. It means that we sort of have some idea of what's going on at the moment, and we're not sort of pushing ourselves to the weird signings, which is a nice change from the Leeds Uniteds of the past. Alex Cairns, there we go. Thank you, absolutely everybody. I don't really get the point on that one. Because for me, you've got your first team keeper, and you can decide as a club whether or not you want the first team keeper to be challenged, whether or not you want there to be like any actual conversation over who is the first team goalkeeper, all that sort of stuff. I've just checked. I think my camera's a bit wobbly, so it's like floating a little bit. Where was I going? Yeah, there it was. So, in my opinion, you go first team goalkeeper. It's up to you whether your second goalkeeper's challenging them or not, what sort of level they're at. And then I think, in my opinion, you sort of only need 2 Cs because the third is probably fine being a youth goalkeeper. Because I doubt you're going to use 3 goalkeepers in a season. It was very weird that we needed to rely on Klaassen last season, and even then we didn't actually have to rely on him. I wouldn't have minded in the slightest if we just sort of said, right, Darryl Lombang, in you go. But that's not happened, which is a little bit of a shame. Like I kind of like youth goalkeepers. If you couldn't tell, I've been really subtle about that in all of my time doing YouTube stuff. That I quite like goalkeepers and young players, and combine the two. Ooh, shows a happy bunny. Am I still pink? I feel like I'm still pink. Which isn't good. It's not ideal. 49ers need to start pulling rabbits out of the hat sooner rather than later. It'll be en route. It's fine. I'm a pale pink. Oh. Am I like my normal color or am I a slightly different color? Because I don't know what extent of it is like the monitor being different and what's you know, complicated. Yeah, because monitor's got slightly different like color profiles and stuff like that. So we'll have to find out. Maybe there's an element of insurance over Cairns in case we get a double injury on Dallo and Melier. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that. But at the same time, that's why we had Klaassen last season. We didn't need like a third senior goalkeeper, unless he's there as like a training front. I don't know. If I'm a slightly pinker than normal on this side particularly, it's because I got rather sunburned at Silverstone, which was great. Hold on. Is my ear looking bad or not bad? It feels bad. It hurts. But it should be okay going forwards. Ow, it's trapped under the headphones. Oh. When's the next FM24 watch along? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking probably tomorrow. I won't have time today because immediately after this, I'm going to be putting a nice little curry together for Kayla. And then I got football later. I know what you're trying to put, but who the hell is Angela? Put some makeup on. Not my beautiful face. No. What's your opinion on Ipswich getting promoted to the Premier League? I think Ipswich are a bunch of frauds, and everyone who is employed by or plays for Ipswich needs to go and swim in a vat of acid. You know I'm joking, but you ask the question again, you'll get more wild answers. It's more of a ready colour. I did think so, yeah. Could be worse, could be panicking that the manager's off. Yeah, that could be worse. I mean, there's a lot of people that would hear that our manager's off and be like, "Oh, the day has come." That's not me. No, it's fine enough. I don't know where you're getting all the dodgy news from. Honestly, I wish I knew. That would be a hell of an adventure to read. I love it. So I missed it. What have you done to your ear? Big sunburn. Big sunburn. So what happened was at the Grand Prix, the race itself started dry, which was fine. It was like reasonably overcast. There was a little bit of sun, but it wasn't like bursting through. Then about half an hour in, started to rain. It didn't just start to rain; it hammered it down, which meant that all the sun cream that I had was washed off because I had an umbrella, but I wasn't going to put it up because there were people sat behind me. And from the person sat in front of me who was spoiling my view of everything, I knew that I didn't want to be that person for someone else. So I kept my umbrella down. It washed off all the sun cream, and as a result, when it got warm and dry, it got warm and dry. It got hot. It burned like a motherfucker, thus resulting in the red boy. So basically, as a result of me being too kind to the people sat behind me, my ear hurts now. And then I'm playing football tonight, which is going to be great. Who's going to win the bragging rights? Bielsa or Jesse Marsh? Right, okay. So I'm going to address this version of the question. Hope it's Bielsa, but could also see Jesse doing it as well. Right. Let's have a look at Copa America, shall we? Hopefully his players get scared. Right. Going to look group by group. So, Group A. Canada finished second, scoring a total of 1 goal. Marcelo Bielsa's Uruguay score 9 goals, only concede once, and win all of their matches. Then you get to the knockout stage. Uruguay beat Brazil, admittedly on penalties, but they've beaten Brazil in the last year. Canada beat Venezuela on penalties, but it's Venezuela. One of these sides is looking vastly better than the other. If Canada managed to beat Argentina, sure, maybe there's a conversation to be had, but I don't think Jesse Marsh's side gets to the final. Doubt it. Vastly. I'd echo your sentiment, and it was a really, really good vibe, but I think I would have preferred a Norris win, especially since I was in a McLaren shirt at the time. Did you hear Marcelo Bielsa's comment about modern football nowadays? Yes, I completely agree with it, and I am really, really mad because I was going to make a video about it. Not about specifically his comments, but about sort of the sentiment. But I can't now, or at least I can't right now, because it doesn't really. I don't know. It'd feel like I'm stealing an idea, but it's an idea that I had before seeing that. General gist being, it's sort of like a wider video than Leeds that's covering the difference between football you enjoy watching, which is this fun, open stuff where if you lose, you don't care because at least you've had a good time, compared to other football, which is ball retention, which is slowly work the angles, and eventually you might be able to have a shot, but don't shoot unless you're sure it'll go in. And it's, yeah, unfun stuff. Basically this. It's the Bielsa style versus the current England style. The current England style being hold the ball, eventually you'll work something and you might score a goal and sneak a 1-0 win. Whereas with the Bielsa stuff, you didn't care if you lost 4-3 because you had a great time going into it. It was fantastic. But, why not merge saying that there's two people who think... Why not merge saying that there's two people who think there'll be proper football soon, Bielsa and you? I don't quite see what you're meaning. You're making my brain hurt, and it already hurts because I might... No more proper football. Right, okay. I get you. No more proper football. No proper football. As long as work gets it together by the time... it's fine. It's just Baby Zebra's streaming stuff. I am also currently streaming on Twitch, by the way. As will be Baby Zebra, but I'm going to start linking when actually streaming, in the same way that I'm going to give Evie a little bit of encouragement to get that channel up and running. I'll start linking to Evie's channel again once Evie has the video firmly in the pipeline. Because I got to see this by this point. I'm excited. We still idolise Bielsa, but yeah, it's hard to comprehend we sacked him. I think it's a case of we had so much fun. And that fun is good, but it's fun that gets you relegated. And from the point of a boardroom, that's not fun. That's bad on the profit and loss statement. Whereas from the point of view of a fan, you can lose games of football and it's okay. And relegation still isn't good, but you can understand it if you're sort of heading in the right direction. Oh my god, there's 3 mods in the chat. When has this ever happened? Sorry, I had to send an encouraging message to Kayla. Andrew, if you're still in the chat, I'm going to say Kroos, but put a hunter on him. There we go. We were just partying in the Twitch chat. Oh, nice. Twitch chat's back. Hello, Twitch chat. Football would never be like that again. That Bielsa and Rafinha hug made me cry. I mean, honestly, same. What also made me cry was I'm not going to tell you why, but House of the Dragon last night, and I'm not going to say why, but I knew that something was coming from the books, and it made me sad. But I'm not going to give any more details. That's not a spoiler. Joe gets sad at TV isn't a spoiler. Ipswich want Willie, 35 million Leeds. I don't know if Ipswich have 35 million. What also made me cry was Rain. Why did Rain make you cry? Rain was great. Oh, Lando. I don't think that was Rain that made you cry. I think it was Soft Tires that made you cry. Because Lando going on the softs was a wild choice. But here we are. Donald Trump style sad. If you give me something Trumpish to say, I might give it a shot. But I'm not gonna do just the word sad. Evie, please keep on bullying. No, stop bullying. Willy Wonka to Ipswich. He's already there. The idea of cold rain. It wasn't that cold. It was fine. We were nice and waterproof and fleecy, and it was great. You need to stop doing people's bidding, I'll be honest. I can't believe that, like, Baby Zebra, who's just like a mod, has been like, right, okay, fight. Stop making people fight. It's unacceptable. It's bad. Let you win the fight, you scare me anyway, Jesus. Why didn't Lando go with the mediums? Would have easily won. Yeah. This is everyone in the. Do we want this to become a Formula One channel? Is it worth being a Formula One channel for a bit? Andrew, you agreed with me in the car that was the mistake. You numpty. Right, Toodles gang. Toodles, Baby Zebra. I've seen words of this, but I've not seen anything that says it could be anything like confirmed, so I'm not going to believe it for now. I don't watch F1, but my whole family do, kids included. My girls love Lando Norris. Oh, God. Joe replied to WhatsApp. That may have been a mistake, but we don't talk about that. It's not even the biggest mistake McLaren made in that race. They made a significantly bigger mistake. Also, Andrew, can you do me a favor and get the bot in my Discord to stop doing the thing every time I go live on Twitch? Because I feel like it doesn't get anyone over there, and it's just sending me a notification about the fact that I'm doing a thing. But on this, you should watch F1. It's great. It's great fun. You should specifically watch it on DAZN in Spain. In the event that you live in Spain. Joe, did you take ear protection for the loud engines? I didn't take ear protection for the sun. You really think I brought ear protection for the loud engines? No, it wasn't that bad either, to be honest with you. Like, hearing is still completely fine. Nothing's gone a bit funky. I'm getting convinced that George is just listing names that he knows and like rolling with it. Like, who's next on the list? Harry Clark. Who's Harry Clark? Don't know. Oh shit! Sorry, I've been asked by my 7-a-side team to score a hat trick tonight. I watched the Drive to Survive series and loved that, but racing in general bores me most of the time other than the last 5 laps. I think the middle is often like the most fun bit. I'm not a fan of modern F1, but I was happy to see DJ and Kurt Silverson link up with RBR. I'd like to see a drag race between DJ on foot and Max. That's a good shout. It's a good shout. Aren't you a goalkeeper? Yes, I was, but then I stopped because I got a little bit like bored of standing about, and I was like, if it's going to be the summer and I'm going to be sweltering, kind of want to be running about a bit. Because, like, goalkeepers, you got to be long sleeved because you want to protect your arms and stuff. On the other hand, if I'm outfield, nice short sleeve shirt, have a bit of a run, the wind against your back, and I have actually like scored a couple of goals this season, which is really, really nice. I've got to find my kit for the week though. Hold on, I'll try and find it. 1 second. Goalkeeper's the best position, no running to do. You've seen the build of me. You've seen, like, I'm a skinny boy. Strong boy. I'm not a strong boy. I I prefer the running stuff. I'm in a league of people that are there because it's not, like, the fittest footballers. It's very deliberately there for, like, if you can't do too well in, Sunday league and stuff, play in that league, and I can't. I get chucked in at left back in Sunday league, so I think running about works for me. 1 second. I can't find my kit. I'm gonna have a look later in the day for kit. You get it? Because it's like for kit, but it's also the other one that gets you demonetized. Can we get you in to replace Bamford? Imagine if they were like, now you see. We've got Pat Bamford, who scores like a goal every other game. Or this is big. There's this kid that plays 7-a-side in Blackpool. I say kid, I mean he's 26, so he would be one of the older players in the squad. He'd be comfortably above the average age, I think. Would I? I don't know. What if we put him up front even though he can only run flat out for like half an hour? Bad idea. Horrible idea. I got 20 on my shirt this season. You've been backing Dan James hard, and I respect that. Hubby got 9 though. That's the proper number. You get bullied by Aronson. Yes, I would. Well, how tall's Brendan Aronson? Itchy nose. Right. I love that I started this to be like, what's going on in the world of Leeds United? Don't know. Brendan looks like a brick shithouse compared to you. Yes, he does. However, Brendan Aronson height. Shit, is he that tall? I was the. I'm only 7 centimeters taller than Brendan Aronson. That honestly surprises me. Like, I don't know if it should surprise me, but it does quite a bit. That's taken me aback. Good afternoon, Dr. Cox. I didn't take ear protection back in 2007. I regretted it. 90% of people took earmuffs a few years later. They sounded like bees farts. I don't mind the way they sound. I think I've never been the biggest fan of the screamy one. Although they did some classic F1 cars going around. That was great. Until one of them hit a wall. That was fantastic. One of them just didn't turn after the hanger straight. If you got bullied by Aronson, I'd unsubscribe. I probably would, but thankfully that's never going to happen. No, that is never going to happen. Although, if there is anyone from the club that is listening to this, that's an open challenge. I would like to arm wrestle Brendan Aronson. Just to see what happens. I probably lose. I definitely lose. But, you know, yeah, sod it. If you're from the club and you're hearing this, Brendan Aronson, you have found the one person that you will beat in an arm wrestle. If you want to improve your image, I'm right here. I'm open for that chat. Let's do it. As long as he's definitely been working on his physicality and carries on his form from the second half of the Bundesliga season. He's definitely been working on the physicality stuff, and I can honestly see him doing pretty well, I'll be completely honest with you. Height means nothing. I'm a short one, but I'm also probably tougher than Roy Keane. Also, I don't randomly assault people. That's very fair. If Aaronson's beefed up, I think he could be a proper pain in the ass playing at right back. He's not a right back. Maybe on the wing, but not right back. Cresswell just gone. Oh, has he? Like, permanently? Oh, yeah. Leaves LUFC for French Ligue 1 side Toulouse. Fee undisclosed, but understood to be 3.8 million. Leaves Leeds with 3 first-team central defenders on the book, one of whom is Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu stroke Rodon. Probably not enough. So I feel like we got some inward movement. But we'll find out. Doubled his weight and now weighs almost 4 kilograms. Arm wrestling is dangerous. Google arm breaks arm wrestling. I don't want to Google that, actually. No, you're good. See if anyone goes past me with the pace the first time. The second time they don't get the snap legs comfort. Oh, God. I need to sneeze. Oh, I really need to sneeze. Fuck it, it's gone. It's no good. Sad day. I don't know how I feel. Because, like, I like Charlie Cresswell. I think when we saw him, he looked okay. But that's where it ends. I think he looked okay. Whilst everyone was sort of building him up and being like, look at the potential on this guy. At the end of the day, and I agree that it does look bizarre as a Leeds United fan, but having a look at it from the perspective of, like, the other club in this conversation, that's just mocking. I would have liked to have sneezed. Like, from the external perspective, at the end of the day, Charlie Cresswell is a championship bench player who occasionally comes on and had a bit of a tiff with his manager. If you're another club looking at that from the outside, you're probably thinking, is that worth our while, really? And if it is worth our while, how much is it worth? Because Joe Rodon at 10, I'd say there's a very, very fair argument that Rodon is worth 2 and a bit Charlie Cresswells. And football transfers are weird, but, like, I don't know if there's that much of a market. I want Melier go. You're so mad at Ilan Melier that you're not even going to finish your sentence. What have you got against Ilan? And surely that depends on the money. Never got the chance he deserved and sold too soon. I'll agree he wasn't a first-team player straight away. I mean, he wasn't a first-team player straight away, but at the same time, the stance that I have always held on this one is us fans have only seen what is publicly released to us, either by club or by agent or by player. And as fans, we saw not much football last season, but from the agent side, we heard that he was disgruntled. From the club side, we heard his attitude's a bit naff in training. And considering that we don't watch training, I can completely understand that Ampadu and Rodon stayed in those centre-back positions because they were just relentlessly good. After Christmas, that Rodon-Ampadu pairing, I think it had something like, I don't know off the top of my head, but they were, like, key to that, like, 9-game streak of wins because other clubs just didn't get chances at all. So at what point during that do you say, okay, well, what I think is we need to drop Joe Rodon. I know we've won 5 in a row, but old Charlie is sort of asking really nicely if he can have some minutes. So if we could just No, that's nonsense. And at that point in the season, if we lose to who did we beat in that run? We beat Preston at one point. If we lose to Preston again, because we brought in Charlie Cresswell and he's proven to not quite do the job, the amount of boiled piss from fans online that are currently like screaming that Charlie Cresswell didn't get a chance would be insane. Because Rodon, being the better centre back than Charlie Cresswell, was getting picked. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Parker on the 49ers doing spring cleaning, getting things set for the incomings. Need to wait till after the Euro, see if anyone else moves Nonto Somerville Repair. I don't see us selling Repair. Purely because PSR would have been nuts to sell. Because I think on PSR we still owe something like 20 million, I think. So we'd need to sell for more than that to get a profit, and even then he's going to be a fundamental part of the team next season, so I don't see that sale happening in the slightest. We can't catch a ball at need for goalkeeper. No, because when a goalkeeper is told to punch a ball, I would argue that them catching it would be doing what the manager is saying to not do, and that is probably worse. Like, your players actively going against what the manager is asking for, silly. It would be bad to back that. That seems daft. Yes, but we don't know what Parker's attitude is like behind closed door either. That's true, yeah. Fair enough. I see that. But at the same time, I see that at no point in that season I would have dropped Rodon or Ampadu, except like when it was Strauch, but even Strauch played quite well. And Bamford sell him to... Oh, do I have to bring out the stats page? I don't want to bring out the stats page. I'm going to have to bring out the stats page. Oh... Right, Emmett, what's your biggest complaint about Bamford? Go for it. Right now. Go on. Hey, Joe, do you think we'll end up getting any of these targets through the door? I think we'll get plenty of players in. I just don't think yet. I think we're, doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes because that's how the 49ers operate. We found that out last time round. And I wasn't talking Melly, I was talking Bamford. And B, it could just be worth waiting a little bit anyway, just to make sure the Euros are done. See what other people do. And later on in the transfer window, fees tend to drop a little bit if players are actively pushing for moves because no one wants a player that doesn't want to be there at their club. Can you see Nonto and Somerville hanging around for another tilt? It depends. Nonto is a maybe. Somerville, I'd say probably not. Somerville, I think we're just waiting on bids. I saw someone say in the chat earlier that we might just be waiting for a bid from Newcastle or something like that, which would be fantastic. That'd be wonderful. We'll find out. Right, okay, on this one, misses more chances than anyone I've ever seen. So, let us go to shooting statistics. Then I'm going to do this again. Because I have to do this again. I'm so sorry. But and this one. We'll get into this. Injury prone, fine. I can get behind injury prone. Injury prone, yeah, sure. He gets hurt from time to time. Shooting, however, point one, we visibly became better once he came into the squad. The way he played at Peterborough pulled their defence apart and gave us chance after chance after chance. And there is no coincidence that he was in that squad throughout that winning run of 9. We matched club winning records with Patrick Bamford in the team, and people are still saying that he's not good enough to play. Similarly, that's a lot of syllables. Just going to do a screen share. This is Leeds United players sorted by shots on target last season. At the top, Luis Sinisterra. He only played, 2-3 times? So can't really count that. Liam Cooper had 3 shots. Connor Roberts, 6 shots. Pat Bamford is the next player who played half the season and had the highest shot on target percentage for anyone at Leeds United with more than 10 shots. Yes, I think he can hit the target. I will also toggle per 90 stats, and let's go by goals per 90. Sinisterra at the top, sure, barely played. Crescencio Somerville is next, having played the majority of the season, got a goal every other game, 0.49 goals per 90. Pat Bamford, 0.48 goals per 90. You can't say Somerville is a brilliant goal scorer and Patrick Bamford is a bad goal scorer in the same sentence, unironically. Because the numbers just do not back you up there in the slightest. Newcastle rumored to be closing in. They missed out on Elise and Gordon on the way to Liverpool. I saw the weird Liverpool things. I can imagine that Norwich fans might not be too happy with that. Rumours are we're keeping Somerville and Nonto, as we just had to leave. I think the Bloods could be dragged into a double relegation with all the ham sandwich impersonator. I can genuinely see that. Not the Shaqs in the 9 thing, but I can see them having big problems. Kyogo from Celtic, I've not seen enough of him, I'll be completely honest with you, and I don't like talking about stuff that I have genuinely no idea about, because I know that that is route 1 to looking like a twat. Give Piru 46 games, he'll score 20 to 25, 14 last time out, and not a regular start for chunks of the season. This is another thing, right? I know he wasn't a regular starter, but like, let's not pretend Bamford is that bad. When we're looking goals per 90, and Bamford not only has more goals, he has more shots. He has more shots on target, a higher rate of shots on target. And he also shoots from significantly closer. Joel Pirou's average shot position is on the edge of the 18-yard box. That's not a number 9. That's number 10 kind of different distances. That's the same distance as the average shot from Connor Roberts, a right back. But we're saying that Pat Bamford doesn't get into the right positions. Honestly, this I'll agree with. Yeah, I mean, sure, he's injury prone. But at the same, hold on. What is stats for misses? How do you mean stats for misses? If we're talking about XG plus minus, yeah. He's not great compared to his XG. Fine. I agree. He misses a few chances, but he creates enough to be worth it. A striker isn't just someone who kicks it into the back of the net. A striker is someone that is also involved in the link-up play deeper back. Also, if we're saying that we shouldn't be playing Pat Bamford because, you know, he scores less than his XG, does Mateo Joseph start for you next season? Who, when it comes to stats for misses, a little bit worse. Does Rutter start next season? Who also played at 9. Because at the end of the day, if you're missing your chances, you're missing your chances, right? I mean, if Bamford isn't good enough because he's missed his chances, then what's Mateo Joseph doing in the conversation? Why aren't we demanding to sell Rutter? You guys tell me. I'm very annoyed that Sinisterra did very well in his game and a half as well. Irritating. Small sample size. It is, yeah, I do understand that. And I do want Mateo Joseph to play more, but that's because he's Pat Bamfordy without the injuries, in my opinion. He does the running, he does the pressing, he does the build-up work, he does creating chances. And we've not seen him be injury prone, which is why I think he starts more. And he's younger, he's got a lot of promise. This isn't me being anti-Mateo Joseph, this is me being anti the argument that missing some chances means you shouldn't start. Because end of the day, end product, Bamford is the top of all of our number 9 options. wonder how he does an assist. I've genuinely not checked that. We'll go expected assists per 90. Rutter is just obscene, isn't he? Oh. And I will have no fur postlander anymore either. Thank you very much. Yeah, fair. Not the best at creating assists directly, but you can see that we are more sort of interlinky in that time. And now we're getting into the stats that don't actually mean anything unless you want to be a real dick about it. Often I do, but not this time. Let's have a look at shot creating actions per... Sam Greenwood with 25 shot creating actions per 90 because he showed up for 9 minutes in the first few days of the season. Right, hang on. We can't expect promotion with Bamford injury prone and profligate. This is what people said last time we got promoted. Who was our number 9? We just need to supplement Bamford because of his injury record. It's a big pre-season for Joseph. Pirou needs to adapt. Yeah, this is basically my stance. I think Bamford is good. Bamford gets injured, so we need someone in case Bamford is injured, which can be Mateo Joseph. And I think Mateo Joseph will start a hell of a lot more this season. And if Pirou wants to be that guy, Pirou needs to learn how to be the straight-up number 9. Don't judge by appearances, judge by minutes. Because a lot of appearances for players can be in the form of minutes. Look at Jadon Anthony, for example. Did reasonably all right when he played. However, what the shit? Why am I in England football? Right, okay, ignore that. Jadon Anthony had something like 5.690s, but at the same time, that's 25 appearances. Would you expect Jadon Anthony to have scored 10 goals in the minutes that he had? No. Because he only came on for bits and bats. You'd expect him to get what he did, because he did okay. Bit complex, I think. We literally played better with him on the pitch. We need a young 19-year-old German striker who's 6'4". I wonder who fits that vibe. Well. I've been doing some very intelligent scouting, you see. And it's been a long project to find this man. Fuck it. Let's sign Nelson Viper. Why not? I love him. He's great. If you don't watch my Football Manager streams, you should. They're really, really fun. This guy banged in, I think, 30 goals in our first championship season to get us promoted. Can't remember what he's worth now, but it's lots and lots of money. It's great. In the Nojo. Imagine if I just pulled this out and it's like, Leeds United is signing Nelson Viper. How have I done that? I love Nelson. He's great. Yeah, sorry, I'll commit to it. I'll do a Football Manager stream at like... Have I got any meetings tomorrow? I don't think so. Yes, I do. I've got an evening meeting at 5 till 6, so I can't do an afternoon stream. I'll do a lunchtime stream, I think. A Football Manager. Don't know when. Probably like 12. We'll see. But do we have any other bits of news to cover? I don't know, because I've only just properly returned from the hole that is the South. I will continue to refer to it as a hole, because it is, you know? Bloody the South, with its... Ugh. Too southern. But I don't know if there's any more newsy bits. Because I've been away, you know? I'm allowed. I took like 3 days off. And on Friday, I was genuinely devastated because I was like, oh, I didn't pre-record anything. And that made me feel real sad. But, yeah. Lockie and Max, Leeds content creators, did profile on players linked to Leeds this time last season. They did a profile on Pirou before he joined Leeds and said he didn't fit the style of play. Yeah, I think so. I think he sort of... There are situations in which it works, but it's also spooky. Next FM stream will probably be tomorrow. I don't know specifically what time. Probably noon-ish, I think. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the stream now because I'm going to do a nice little slow cookie curry, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. And then I will be back with, I think I'm going to try and get a video done for tomorrow morning. Just so I got a little something out that isn't in long form, because I know a lot of people don't like the long form streams and stuff. Excellent stream of your election coverage. Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that. It was good fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, pop a like on it if you haven't yet, and that's always hugely appreciated. Subscribe if you're not. I'm trying to get to 4,000 by the start of the season. If I do so, I will donate 1p for every subscriber to Prostate Cancer UK as part of my big Prostate Cancer UK push that I'm doing at the moment. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Ta-ra.